Hello there and welcome. I am pumped to be live. And if you're hopping on, drop a hello in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from today. I am so fired up about this training because I'm about to share something that completely changed the game for me. And I think it's going to be a massive light bulb moment, excuse me, Mormon moment for a lot of you. Today specifically, we are talking about how not all offers are created equal. All right. And while we wait for more people to hop on, let me see if I can see the comments as they come in. As you're hopping on, say hello, join in the conversation. In case we're meeting for the first time, my name is Carrie Hyam, and I am a co founder of the brand new brand, Feminine Wealth, as well as a co founder of Beach Boss Influencers. And I am thrilled to be here. I absolutely love that we're kind of changing direction with podcast and with people that we're trying to attract, expanding our umbrella. But today, I'm going to share with you how I made my first $1 million online and specifically how I did it using someone else's offer. Yes, you heard that right. Someone else's offer. I didn't have to really create anything to get started. And so, as you're hopping on, say hello. If you're live, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching a replay, give me a hashtag replay in the comments, and I will come back in and reply to your comments later. So, you heard it right. I made my first million online using someone else's offer. I didn't create a course. I didn't build a program from scratch. I didn't spend months developing a product. I didn't have to figure out fulfillment. I didn't have to hire a team. I didn't have to deal with customer support, none of that. And I'm going to break down exactly how that works and why not all offers are created equal and how choosing the right offer can be the difference between grinding yourself into the ground and actually building a business that pays you while you sleep. So, drop a fire emoji in the comments if you're ready to hear this. I want to see those flames coming. And if there's anybody that you think will benefit from this, share this live with them, maybe tag them in the comments so that they don't miss it. And all right, yes. I love the fire emojis. They're like some of my favorite. Okay, let's dive in because it's going to be really good. So, the problem is that not all offers are created equal. And let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about making money online, but immediately felt overwhelmed by everything you think you need to do? Like, oh, I need to create my own course, or maybe I need to build my own coaching program. I need to figure out what I'm even an expert in. I need to set up payment processors and fulfillment systems. I need to hire a team to handle customer support. I need to get on sales calls and close people into high ticket deals. Like, just raise your hand. Raise your hand in the comments if any of you have ever, if this has crossed your mind or made you want to like crawl back in bed and like, just kidding. I'm just going to go back to my 9 to 5 and try to be grateful. Yeah, I see all those hands because that's what most people think making money online looks like. And here's the thing, this is what it looks like for a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people out there are spending 6 to 12 months creating a course that nobody ends up buying because they don't understand how to generate leads. They're getting on sales call after sales call, getting rejected and feeling defeated. They're dealing with refund requests and customer complaints and working 12-hour days just to keep up with fulfillment, and they're burning out before they ever see a real profit. And then they wonder why this online business thing isn't working for them. But here is the truth. And I learned this early on in my digital entrepreneur career. Not all offers are created equal. The type of offer you choose to promote, the structure of how you make money, the framework, it determines everything. It determines how hard you have to work, how much time you spend on things that don't make you money, whether you can actually scale or if you're stuck trading time for dollars, and whether you burn out or build something sustainable. And now some of you might be thinking, But Carrie, don't I have to create my own thing to make me real money? Like, don't I need to own a product to be a legitimate business? Here's the thing, I used to think that. I used to think that if I didn't have my own course, my own coaching program, my own signature offer, I wasn't a real entrepreneur. But then something happened that completely shifted my perspective and it changed everything. So let me take you back for a second. There was a time in my life when my husband Whit and I were really struggling, like really struggling. We were living in parents' basements because we couldn't afford rent. And I'm not saying that to get sympathy. I'm saying it because I need you to understand like where I was starting from. I was putting groceries on credit cards and I was investing money we didn't really have into my business because I believed so deeply that I could make this work. And I was doing all the things that everyone told me to. I was hustling, I was grinding, I was trying to figure out what like, how this was all going to work, and I was spinning my wheels trying to be everything to everyone, and at the time, I was building my business very old school. I was in the car driving to meet people. This was, like, 20 this would have been 2013, 2014-ish. Even 2015, I was still driving to meet people because it was a solid 2 years of growing my business that way, and I was exhausted, I was stressed, and the money wasn't flowing the way I needed it to. But then I made a decision that changed everything. I stopped trying to create everything from scratch. I actually found a mentorship company that was teaching me digital marketing and how to grow a business online, actual marketing. Imagine that. But what was really cool was they had an offer that was already proven that I could like learn the how to market and how to generate leads and generate sales through social media. And here's the thing, it was an offer that was already converting. An offer where all I had to do was bring people in the front door and then the back end was handled for me. I didn't have to create the product. I didn't have to fulfill the product. I didn't have to get on sales calls. I didn't have to close anybody into paying thousands and thousands of dollars for a high ticket thing. I didn't have to handle customer support. I didn't have to deal with refunds or complaints. My one job, the only job that I had, was to create content that would drive people to like a very low dollar front end course. That's it. That's all I had to do. So I made content and I brought people into a low front end offer. And then once they were in that low end offer, they were hopping on with salespeople and high ticket commissions were being closed on the back end for me. No fulfillment, no sales calls, no customer support headaches, just money in my bank account because I made content. And I'll never forget that very first high ticket commission that hit my bank account. So Whit and I had been at it for it was probably a week and a half to 2 weeks of like learning this new process. And I had generated a few sales, like a few front end sales. I think I had probably generated 8. And all of a sudden I got an email that said you made a commission. Well, I had already made commissions, right? So I opened it expecting it to be a $24 commission that I had made. And when I opened it, it was actually $1,200 that I had made. And like my jaw hit the floor and I was like, wait, what? Like, wait, what? Like it seemed too good to be true. It did. And type "wait, what?" in the comments if, like, this sounds too good to be true because I see you, and I know it sounds crazy, and it was crazy for me, and I called Wit, I called Wit, and I was like, "Wit, check the email." And he was like, "Well, I'm in the truck and I'm driving, like, what does it say? I can't be, like, looking on my phone." And I was like, "We just made $1,200." And he was like, "What? Wait, what? Wait, what?" You know? And but here's the thing, this is how like, when I made that first high ticket commission, all of a sudden it was like I built belief in myself that I could actually do this, and then I had belief in that program that it was the vehicle that I needed, and I went on to make my first $1,000,000 online using someone else's offer. And let me say that again because I need it to sink in. I made my first $1,000,000 online using someone else's stuff. I didn't have to be the expert. I didn't have to create the curriculum. I didn't have to figure out the tech or the fulfillment or any of that. I just had to show up, create valuable content, kinda like I'm doing right now, but you don't even have to necessarily go live as much as I go live to do it. Like, if you're willing to do reels, like, create a new Instagram account, block everyone you know, and start posting reels, like, it works, and you're able to make money. And this is when I realized this was, like, the huge shift for me because I realized the offer you choose matters more than anything else because you can be the hardest worker in the room. You can create content every single day. You can have the best intentions and the biggest dreams. But if you're attached to the wrong vehicle, to the wrong offer, if you're trying to do everything yourself, you're going to burn out before you ever hit your goals. So let me break down what you want to look for in any offer if you want to make money online without losing your mind. Okay? And grab a pen and paper. Maybe do what you need to. Save this video like when we're done. Like save it, share it, send it to yourself, whatever you need to do so that you can come back in and review it later. But the first thing, the framework for what to look for in an offer is number 1, it needs to be a low front end entry point. Like you want an offer where the front end is accessible. Something that's easy for people to say yes to. And why is that? Because your job is to bring people in the door. The lower the barrier of entry, the easier it is for you to get people started. You're not trying to convince anybody to spend $5,000 right out of the gate before they even know you or like you or trust you. You're inviting them into something simple, valuable, and very low risk for them. Then, number 2, you want a high ticket backend that all those sales are closed for you. And here's where the magic happens. Once someone comes in through the front end, there's a back end system that offers high ticket products or services. But here's the key, you don't have to close those sales yourself. You want a team, there's a system, there are professionals whose entire job is to have those conversations and close those deals for you. You bring the people, they close the sales, you get a percentage of the commission. Now, some of you might be thinking, but if I'm not closing the sales, am I really building a business? Yes, absolutely. Yes, you are. Think about it this way. Do real estate agents build the houses they sell? No. Do car salesmen manufacture the cars? No. You don't have to create or fulfill or close everything yourself to build a legitimate, profitable business, especially online. You just have to be smart about the systems you choose to plug into. The third thing when it comes to finding an offer is no fulfillment required by you. And this is huge, okay? Like, when you're first starting out and, like, learning how to grow and generate leads online, the last thing you wanna be responsible for is delivering upon the product. You don't wanna be responsible for, answering customer questions at 11 p.m. or handling refund requests or managing a team to keep up with demand. When fulfillment is handled for you, you get to focus on what actually makes you money. Content and traffic. That's it, right? You do the content, bringing people in the front door where they buy that very low front end ticket thing, and those people are tied to you for anything that they buy in the future. And number 4, you get paid to create content. At the end of the day, your job is simple. You create valuable content that builds know, like, and trust and grows your audience. And the easiest way to do that is by using short form content, videos like reels. Like if you're willing to do reels, no need to dance or shake your booty, but B-roll reels, talking head videos, if you're willing to do 60-second, 7 to 60-second videos on Instagram and Facebook, you can build a very legitimate business and a lucrative online income stream. Then you let the system do the rest. That's it. You're not juggling 47 different roles. You're not wearing every hat in the business. You're doing one thing really well and getting paid handsomely for it. Like, type "this is it" in the comments if this is the kind of business model you've been looking for, because it was what I was looking for and I didn't even realize it until I stumbled upon it. Yes, this is what's possible when you choose the right offer. So here's the deal. I've been doing this for a while now. I've tested a lot of different offers, a lot of different business models, and I've learned what works and what doesn't. And because I don't want you to spend the years that I did trying to figure this out the hard way, we created Laptop Money Mastery. And Laptop Money Mastery is our plug and play, done for you offer that gives you exactly what I just described: a low front end offer that's easy to promote, a high ticket back end where sales are closed for you on autopilot, no fulfillment required on your end. You focus on creating content and driving people in through your link. That's it. And then commissions are deposited straight into your bank account. This is the exact model I used to make my first million online, and now you can plug into it too. Now, I know you might be thinking, but Carrie, I'm not good at creating content. That's okay. Okay, because inside that course, we teach you. We teach you how to do it. We give you the frameworks, the templates, and examples. You don't have to figure it out alone. And you might be thinking, but Carrie, I don't have a big audience. You don't need one. Like, you need the right audience, and we show you how to attract them. Oh, but Carrie, like I've tried these things before and they didn't work. I hear you, because I had tried a lot of things that didn't work as well. But not all offers are created equal. Remember, and this isn't some random thing I found on the internet. It is a proven system that I personally use to generate millions and that I have personally built and backed. So here's what I want you to do right now. If you're ready to stop spinning your wheels, if you're ready to stop trying to figure out what offer to create, if you're ready to plug into a system that actually works, comment laptop below and I will send you the details on how to get your hands on Laptop Money Mastery. It's very low barrier entry point. Just type laptop in the comments right now. And you guys are amazing. Like, this here's the thing, I genuinely believe that this can change everything for anyone. Anyone can do this. I was living in my mother-in-law's basement, putting groceries on credit cards, wondering if this online business thing was ever going to work out. And then I found the right offer, the right system, the right model, and everything changed for me. And I don't want you to waste years trying to figure this out on your own. So comment laptop right now and let me send you the details. This is your moment. This is your sign. So let's make it happen together. So let me just kind of recap what we covered today. Not all offers are created equal. The structure of your offer determines how hard you work and how much you earn. I made my first million online using someone else's offer. I didn't create a course. I didn't build a coaching program from scratch right away. I plugged into a proven system. Also, what do you look for in an offer? Low front end entry point, high ticket commissions back closed for you, no fulfillment required. You get paid to create content. And then Laptop Money Mastery is our brand new plug and play, done for you offer that gives you all of this. So if you haven't commented laptop already below, do so now and I'll send you the details. This is your chance to stop overcomplicating things and start building a business that actually works for you and not the other way around. I love you guys. I'm so grateful. you spent this time with me today. Now go comment laptop, share this with anyone you think might benefit from it. Let's get you started. We'll talk soon, and we'll see you on our next episode.